All right, man. Happy New Year. It is 2026, Friday, January 9th. Today is going to be our first video of the year on the channel. I think it's about like our third video. I'm not too sure. But anyways, this is going to be kind of like a weekly trade recap. Ended up going 3 and 0 on the week, but before I give more context, 3 and 0 or as I give more context, 3 and 0 for me is I had two break even days and I had one winning day. No, it was three. But no, it was 4 and 0 on the week. So we had a break even week. Not break even week. Sorry, we had three break even days and a winning trading day. In my eyes, anything that revolves around not giving money back to the markets is a winning day. So for me, that's 4 and 0 on the week. You know what I mean? We took one trade a day. That's how we usually do it. When break even didn't get money back, that's fine. That's a winning day. Losing day, obviously, we get stopped out to losing day. But that's kind of how I define a winning day. Our setup was correct, as you can see here. Our bias was correct on every single day. Except for I believe Friday, which we'll talk about more today. I was on the other pair on ES. So yeah, let's get right into it. I do want to get in the habit. Why not this last year? I want to get in the habit more recording every single day. If not, then we're gonna do one big trade recap, a weekly recap at the end of the week. It's fine as long as we get a video in on the channel covering what we did this week. That's all good. Whether it's 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever videos it might be. So yeah, let's get right into it. Ended up passing another combine this week as well. That gives us a total of 4 funded accounts. We have 3 on Top Step now and 1 with Alpha Futures. I'll show you guys right now. And then we got 2 more two more evaluations today, which we will pass next week. Aim to pass next week. Just in 2 trading days. So we hit that consistency rule. I don't know why Top Step still has that, but anyways, yeah, let's get right into it. So starting off on Tuesday, we can start off on the 1 hour. Tuesday was right here. We were already starting to displace up. Swept out Asia session and previous New York AM session lows, while also displacing, while kind of still respecting this fair value gap right here on the 1 hour. As you can see here, we displaced higher and higher. In my eyes, honestly, when we displace like that pre-market from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m., well, I should say pre-macro, I don't really like to favor that, honestly. It's not really A plus setup no more. It's maybe like a B minus, I guess, just because it's just such a big move up, But anyways, it's just such a big move up, and you know what I mean. I don't know. I've had enough market experience now where like my discretion on that is kind of like if I use that word right, it's kind of like to me in my eyes, it's just not good. Okay, not that good. Anyways, I guess it was fine though. I guess this move right here for me was kind of like a B plus, just because we had a 15 minute and we had a 15-minute two fair value gets formed. We had to inverse this one, this first one right here, while respecting this one. While I think hitting one of these equilibrium levels, these OT ranges. Sorry, now get this thing out the way. So yeah, we ended up respecting this right here while tapping into, I believe it was midnight open. While tapping into midnight open, so that was honestly really good for us. For longs, scale on down to the 5 minute. Let me see what we saw here. So we started displacing higher and higher. We ended up inversing this fair value gap. I think I had went break even somewhere along the lines. I think as soon as we inverse, I went break even. As you can see here, or no, I didn't. I don't know when I went break even. I think it went somewhere around here. Ended up getting stopped out, unfortunately. No, actually, sorry. I had boom. I had trailed my stop more and more, and then I left it like that, and then we ended up scaling again, and that's when I went full break even after hitting that, after getting another move up, after getting a second close above a bullish candle. I ended up getting stopped out break even, but as you can see here, if we would have left our stop the way it was and didn't go break even anywhere along the lines of that, we would have had a W trade targeting these internal highs that were made. I don't know if internal is the right word, but those highs that were made after in between the 6:30 and 7 a.m. time period. So that's pretty much it for Tuesday. W day, our bias was correct. As I said again, break even day is a W day. On top of our bias being correct, that's even more of a W day. Boom. Going into Wednesday now. Same kind of situation, kind of displaced a little bit high from 6:30 to 7 a.m. Had a big 15-minute gap that was being respected. Ended up digging pretty deep into that gap. Let me see if I can find it. Oof. Damn, where were we at? That's Thursday. Yeah, ended up going pretty deep into that gap. Ended up entering right here. I think off like a 1-minute break of structure, something like that, with the stop below this low right here. And this, I believe, was that a 5-minute gap? I'm not too sure. Anyways, boom, we ended up getting CISD off all these highs right here. Ended up getting close to getting it originally, but then we ended up unfortunately getting stopped out for break even. Bummer. Bias was correct. We ended up ripping up after that. It's fine with me. Bias was correct. And a break even day. You can't ask for a better day than that. So now going into Thursday. So we passed it. This is our trade to pass the combine for, I believe it was for Tuesday though. No, for Tuesday, yeah. This day we ended up going break even, but since it was a combine, and then I knew our bias was gonna be even more correct. Our bias was gonna be correct. Ended up finding a scalp between here and going targeting, I believe, this original take profit. Ended up smacking it. Ended up catching that winning trade, but I would never ever do this ever on any of my Express accounts, any of my live accounts, any of my Express accounts, anything like that. I would never do this. Once I get my trade, one trade in, I'm done. But since we did have really strong bias that day, or that day I believe it was Tuesday, I didn't. I just went in, caught a scalp. Let's just say I lost the account, it was the eval, didn't matter. So yeah, but other than that, I would never ever do that ever on an Express account. Let's just get that clear, okay? I do not. But for me, I don't like taking trades after that one trade a day, because that my trade goes off the overall bias of the day. So if my trade doesn't hit, then that means my bias is not correct. That's pretty much the way I look at it. So yeah, ended up catching a winning. So I guess today, that day, Tuesday, was a winning day, but it wasn't. I wouldn't count it, even though we did go get 50% on our eval. And then fast forward to this day right here, which was Thursday. A bunch of accumulation. Ended up finding a quick scalp. Not a quick scalp, but a quick little trade right here off that 15-minute candle. Right here, boom. Waited for a break of structure. Entered in right here, targeting. I believe I was just targeting. I was just pretty much targeting anything. I just put my pretty much my profit for 1,500. Smack that, boom. We would have probably went something like this. Probably would have went something like that. 1 to 3. That's what we go for. So either way, if we were just trading regular, that our take profit would have been smacked. But yeah, I mean, overall that was a good trade. 1-1-8, 27 points. Ended up passing the fourth Express account on Top Step. Not fourth, third Express account on Top Step. So yeah, fast forwarding, and then after that we just accumulated absolute garbage price action after that. What is this? Why does it look so thick? There you go. It's because we had 2 blue lines. Anyways, Friday. Oh, actually, all our trades were on NQ. Sorry. So close to getting our take profit smacked. Ended up getting stopped out break even. I do not know why my trading hours look like that. Ended up getting stopped out break even. Bummer. So we were targeting. What lows were we targeting? It was. This was. Hold on. It was Asia and London session. Why can't I see on my chart? Why? What the heck? Yo, is this thing bugging right now? Anyways, we were targeting. It's all New York session. What the heck? Anyways, we were targeting Asia session and London session lows on top of a previous day or previous 7 a.m. macro opening gap. Ended up barely getting reversed on, getting bottomed out. Unfortunately, getting stopped out break even, but that's a winning day in our eyes. Yes, our bias wasn't overall correct for the move of the day, but we did get stopped out break even, so we are good. We are good. Didn't give no money back to the market this week. Honestly, W day in my eyes. No money was given back to the market this week. And we traded 4 days out of the week. So overall W week, we are now 4-0 on the year. Great start to January. I believe last January I had a really slow start, but this month and this year we're having a phenomenal start. It's all about stacking on those good days and taking it one trade and one day at a time. That's really all it is. And setting goals for yourself and being ambitious and really getting after it. Not giving up, staying consistent. It's not about talent in this industry. It's not about anything. Talent can only get you so far, but it's the ones who work hard and have a mindset better than everyone else's and are stronger and willing to stick it out and look at the bigger picture that succeed in the end. And that's the mindset you have to have going into this type of thing, going into anything in life. You cannot succeed with no effort, with lack of effort, because there's always someone working harder than you. There's always going to be someone better than you physically or just overall talented, naturally gifted wise, but that doesn't matter. If you work hard and you stay committed and you have perseverance and you keep getting up and you keep trying no matter what happens, you will succeed in life. And that's the mindset you have to have. You have to be ambitious, you have to have perseverance, and you have to think big. You have to think big. You cannot be realistic about your goals that you have set for yourself at all. You just have to see it. You have to envision it. You have to have tunnel vision. You have to sacrifice for it. You have to go all in for it. You have to do whatever it takes in order to succeed and accomplish your goals. And that just goes with anything in life, whether you're going to school, whether you're trading, whether you're going into any type of industry, the union, anything like that. You have to be ambitious and you have to have the mindset that I'm going to be better than everyone else. You have to be humble, but you have to be confident at the same time. You know what I mean? It's always good to pat yourself on the back and appreciate and kind of celebrate and take a step back and understand the process you made and the progress you made, but never be satisfied from where you're at. Always want to achieve bigger things in life. Don't ever settle for where you're at. Right now, I went 4-0 this week. That doesn't satisfy me right now because I want max allocation on every single prop firm this year. I had told my friends I want max allocation on Apex and Top Step. Fuck that shit. I want max allocation on all the prop firms possible. I know I'm gonna hit max allocation within the next 2 months on max within Top Step and Alpha. Now it's just all about keep moving on to the next. But of course, that's the long term goal. That's the overall goal, is hitting max allocation on Top Step, Alpha, Apex, My Fund of Futures, Lucid Trading, Tradeify, and I feel like I'm missing one. And Take Profit Trader. 7 problems right there. We still need 7 more to go, but we're close to getting it on one. But we're taking it one account at a time. Okay, one prop firm at a time. Okay, have big goals, but just take it one step at a time and understand and trust the process that you have set around yourself and trust the path that you are on. Yeah, a little bit of motivation for you guys right there. I guess a little bit of a brain dump. Yeah, I mean, overall, 2026 is going to be the year, man. It's going to be the year where we do some crazy big things this year, and I believe it. I believe also we kind of had like an AMD setup right here: accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Anyways, yeah, but 2026 is going to be the year. Make it your year. Whatever you're doing in life, whatever career profession you choose, aim to be the best at that and aim to go all in on it. Have tunnel vision and just be great. Be consistent. Consistency. That's all you need. And harder working but smarter working. Don't be lazy, but learn when to cut the fat out of your work. So there's a fine line around that. Work hard but work smart. Work smarter and harder. Don't just work smarter. Work harder at the same time. Work hard, work smart. Consistency. Okay? We will do great things this year, okay? But anyways, oh yeah, I didn't even show you guys. Yeah, so you guys don't call my bluff. That's 3 accounts. We got 2 more on the way. We got one right here. Boom, 0 qualified. Passes one in one trading day too. That's what I like about alpha, that you can pass it in one day. But yeah, if not gonna let anything like that kind of push us back. Care is 2 trading days is 2 trading days. That's not a problem at all. But yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and yeah, I don't know if I should touch base for this upcoming week, but we'll just leave it at that. I know this video is probably a little bit lengthy. Yeah, I ended up doing one just for all the week. I should have, but we will aim to do it every single day. But if not, it's gonna be like this one big video at the end of the week, which is fine. And then most likely or probably a weekly analysis. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay consistent, work hard, man. Dream big. Woo.